Hey, welcome everybody, Mr. On Demand, man with the master plan. I want to talk about a little something that's coming to the gaming world, and it's Windows 11's handheld mode that's spotted in testing, and I'm seriously excited for Microsoft's big bet on small screen gaming. I think the future is more portable handheld gaming. If anything's taught us anything about that, it's the just the sheer success that we've seen out of handhelds in the last several years, including the Nintendo Switch and the Steam Deck. It's absolutely wonderful, and but those are very limited. Nintendo's handheld only runs Nintendo games on a very closed system, and then you have the you know you have the Steam Deck, which is a Linux based system. A lot of issues with certain online games with anti cheat. A lot of PC games that won't play on there, even though they've done a lot to increase the amount of games that will play on there. There's a large number of games that I play that don't play on there. So, teach their own. Just make sure the device you get plays the games you want to play. That's the main thing. For me, I'm really excited because this is going to supposed to increase battery life, supposed to increase performance on the handhelds. The Z2 Extreme, I'm really excited coming out. That processor is going to that processor along with this is going to be increasing performance as well. I personally right now have a Legion Go, and the Legion Go is a terrific handheld, and I do use it a lot. It's really fun. Gives me the ability to play a lot of games I wouldn't normally play because I can just pick this up and play, where I don't have to sit down in front of the big TV or sit down in front of my computer. I can have this, at night before I go to bed and spend a few minutes, a half an hour playing a game, or sit in my easy chair playing a game on this while a movie or TV show's on that maybe my wife wants to watch that I'm not personally interested in. So, to each their own, everybody's got their little quirks and their little differences on how they play their games and what they do. Personally, though, um, a Windows based handheld, I mean, if you don't like the interface, you can always have it start right up to the Steam Deck, the Steam OS, and have it, go into that, or you can run a different front end altogether. But this Microsoft front end that's coming out is really interesting. Let's go ahead and get into this article and talk about it. The Windows 11 handheld mode spotted in testing, and I'm excited. Long waited handheld mode coming. Now, this, you're going to notice a little Xbox button that's on this device. That's in the future handhelds that are coming out that are going to be the Xbox type handhelds. I think this kind of is pointing us into what the future of Xbox is going to be as well. I think Xbox in general, you're going to see custom built Xbox game consoles, which are actually going to be PCs. I think we're going to see the introduction of the Xbox being a PC and not a gaming console that is fully functional, capable of doing anything a PC can do because it's running the full PC OS. Why would they be putting a game interface on Windows if they didn't plan on just gutting the whole Xbox console section completely in the future? That may or may not happen. That's a guess on my part, but Xbox as a whole, they know this. They know the drill. The money's in software, not in hardware. What they want to do is let the hardware be sold by the people that are professional and know about the hardware, and leave the software to them so that they can get it right. Because let's face it, Windows 11, they haven't been getting it right. People have not been happy with Windows 11. A lot of issues. I'm not going to sit back and say, oh, Windows is the best thing out there, best thing since sliced bread. No, they've got their issues, but everybody's got to understand none of them are perfect. Linux has its pitfalls, it's got its problems. The Mac OS has things and limitations and things it won't do. So, all of you need to understand, run whatever is going to be the best fit for you. Let's go ahead and take a look at this article. See, this is where I get upset. You get these fanboys that just can't be unbiased. They just want to come in with a biased opinion and be like all gung ho, Android, 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 or Windows, 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 or Apple, Apple, Apple. And that's just not the case. Everybody's got different use cases, different needs. They play different games, just like you like different movies. I like different movies. Everybody likes different types of entertainment. So different devices are going to appeal to different people. Some people are going to want the Nintendo Switch. Some people are going to want a Steam Deck. Okay. Cool thing about this is you get all the functionality of the Steam Deck without having to have the limitations of the Steam Deck. So you're going to get capabilities of running all kinds of games. I did a little video a while back. I'll leave a link up here somewhere that talks about talks about some of those limitations, specifically about the fact that Steam actually had to put out a compatibility thing on the Steam site because there was so many games not working with the Steam Deck that are Windows-based games. And this is something people just don't want to wrap their mind around it. They go get a Steam Deck and they just live with the limitations. They live with the fact they can't play these certain games. They get a Switch and they live with the fact they can only play stuff from Switch and get screwed over on the game cost as well. But that's a whole nother story for another video. We're not going to bash Nintendo too much in this one. A handheld mode would be designed for using Windows 11 on a portable gaming system such as the inbound Asus ROG Ally, morphing the interface into something more convenient for the compact display and gamepad controls rather than the mouse. A regular leak on X, Phantom of Earth, just spotted that what appears to be the initial setup experience for Windows 11 on a handheld. And we already know this is coming. It's already been leaked and put out there. The new Asus is going to be out with that. And we're getting pictures of it right here. You may like Microsoft's ROG Ally. It will feature a new Xbox full screen experience, which I believe is going to come to Windows in general. I think there's going to be an option for you to add that. They're either going to have a gaming version of Windows, or like they've done in the past, they had a Media Center version in Windows XP and Windows 7. They had an Ultimate version of Windows 7. Probably be I could see them rolling out like an ultimate version of Windows 12 or something, or whatever they put out in the future, whatever the next version of Windows might be. Making handhelds compete with SteamOS Microsoft. If you can't beat them, join them approach to the threat of Steam and the new Xbox PC app is a great idea. It absolutely is. They need to do something to de-bloat Windows for the gamer that's just buying this handheld device just to game, so that it starts up to that and doesn't start up with all the other bloated garbage that Windows has in it, and people get just the gaming device. That's what people want in general from these devices. Windows latest spotted the above post, digging into its other previous builds, uncovering the references to gamepad optimization interface. Another thread observes that the references to the code for Windows 11 to gaming handhelds, all of which indicate that there's a lot of work currently being plumbed into the guts of the desktop OS to facilitate the new handheld experience. Here's the bad part of this, right? So the whole bad part about this is a new thing that they're pumping into Windows. It's going to be riddled with bugs at first. Kind of give some bad names to Microsoft until they work those out. I personally don't think they're all going to get worked out until an entirely new version of Windows comes out, whenever that happens. I think Windows 11 is just bad, okay? And I run Windows 11 on several of my devices. I'm not a big fan of Windows 11. I have to do a lot to it. I have to run a modded install. I have to modify and de-bloat the hell out of it and get rid of a whole bunch of junk I don't want in it. It's just bad. There's been a lot of dissatisfaction around gaming handhelds that use Windows 11 because the design of the OS often doesn't suit smaller screens, as mentioned. Yes. And to all those people that say this, who have a Windows handheld already, you don't have to boot to the Windows OS. You can boot right into a handheld front end that loads right up with Windows. Yes, you do have a little bit of bloat in the background, obviously, but you could de-bloat your Windows device and you could make it run a lot better. That's something for another video. If you're interested in something like that, let me know in the comments below. I probably will do something featured around my Legion Go, showing you exactly how to go ahead and clean it, de-bloat it, and all of that. There's several new things with with Windows 11 because of Windows 10's end of life, and there's several new things happening with Windows in general that I want to cover on this channel, including this that I'm talking about today, right now, because this is some pretty relevant stuff that's going to be very, very relevant across the board. You really can't get a device that plays more games than a Windows-based handheld. You can get devices that play some games that a Windows-based handheld doesn't play, but they play far less. That is the key thing to understand. The device with the most flexibility that plays more games across the board, including emulators and including older games, newer games, PC games, etc., is a handheld, a Windows-based handheld. And I really, really have to say that, the Legion Go is my favorite. And I know that there's some differences of opinion out there on, what your favorite is. The Legion Go does have its upsides and downsides, and there's going to always be new devices coming out all the time. So, that being said, that's okay. What do you guys think? What are you excited about? Do you not even care about this? Do you not care that Microsoft is trying to make things better for handheld gaming? Or are you the type of person that's just like, I'm not going to do that no matter what? I'm just going to play on a console entirely. Well, what if Microsoft doesn't have consoles anymore? It's something to understand. So would you just get a Sony, a PS5, 6, 7, 8, whatever new one is on the market, or the Nintendo, and not play any PC games or anything from Microsoft? I mean, the questions are out there. To each their own as far as what games you like and what you want to play. I want to know from you. Let me know down below what your thoughts are. What are you going to do? What would you play? And what device are you considering? Just keep up with all of the news and the information, which means subscribing to this channel right now so that you can understand what's happening going forward in the future. I'll see you in the next video. You guys have a great one.